the problem for many learners, not all, but some, when it comes to math, is oftentimes they're not sure where to begin. And in math, especially, students are very prone to what's called cognitive overload, where they don't have a clear entryway into a task and they tend to shut down even before they even make an attempt. And that's because they need to have a strong foundation in mathematical thinking. If we dig deep into deep structures of mathematics, these are going to be the benefits. We want your students not to be kids that just do math. We rather would have your students become mathematicians, all of which includes listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Because thinking is not self-contained in one class period or one content area, but thinking is all day, every day, specifically in math as well. But what about mathematical discourse? What is it? This is the listening, speaking, reading, and writing like a mathematician. The rigorous mathematical knowledge sought for at all levels K-12 requires your learners to have deep thinking and to be able to make sense of their content and be able to effectively communicate their knowledge base to everyone. So it's not just memorizing facts anymore. It's listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Now, here are some examples. In thinking maps, in mathematical discourse, we use what's called signal words. Students in thinking map schools learn to look for signal words to indicate the type of thinking they need to do the task and to understand the concept that's being conveyed to them. For instance, signal words like these that you see on the right-hand side instruct your students to compare and contrast pyramids and prisms. Students will know automatically that this means they need to use a double bubble map. This visual pattern allows them to think through these shapes and how they're similar and different. And the same type of visual or thinking can be used to compare equations, expressions, or trinomials. So this is language development, leveraging your math concept to teach form and function of language. That is mathematical discourse. But then here's reality. Here's a look at one of released items here in the state, a multi-step problem. More and more, your students are expected to not only come up with an answer, but to explain and defend their answers in writing. First and foremost, this assessment, they have to have reading strategies. They have to understand text features, tables, and charts. They're having to figure out what information is worth evaluating, what to keep, and what to put away. There are many layers of higher order thinking, including analysis and synthesis, in addition to evaluation. And this is only the first part of this performance task. This is where discourse and having those accountable and collaborative conversations in math come in handy.